Hi friends, today I'm going to show you how you can make this card on page 36 of the new annual catalog using my favorite suite of all times, the Magnolia Lane suite. This card example right here actually uses the Memories and More card kit for this background paper and for this little tag. The only problem with that is that you only receive one, let me show you here, one of the vellum sheets. So if you're like me and you want to make, I usually make 24 of every card that I design. So having just one of these background sheets is not enough. So I'm going to show you today how you can create your very own background sheet. And that way you can, while you have all your supplies out, you can make as many of these cards as you would like to. So this is the final card that I made. Let me just compare it to that one. Okay, pretty close, right? So let me show you what I did. The first thing that you're going to need to do is grab some vellum cardstock, and you want to cut it so that it's a layer for the crumb cake. So this is your card base, and then this is your 4 by 5 1/4 piece of vellum. And then what I did was I took the leaf image and the smaller Magnolia image from the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set, and I took a permanent ink. So you want to use your memento ink and just stamp around. So here's my plain piece. I'm not going to waste time stamping it for you. You just are going to randomly stamp the images around the piece of vellum with the permanent ink. Okay? Now, you want to make sure, it takes a while for that to dry. So what I did was I just used my heat tool and I went around like this and I kept it far away. And I just dried the ink so it dried more quickly that way. Because like I said, I made 24 of these, and if I had to wait for everyone to dry, it would just take me too long to go ahead and color them in. So I dried it with my heat tool. Be sure not to get too close because I did on one and it kind of burned the paper a little bit. So just keep your heat tool and you'll be able to see the color change on the black ink, and then you'll know it's dry. Then what I did was I took the Stampin' blends, and on this one I used, which one is this? I used the bronze, and I used the light mossy meadow, and I just colored in the bronze. I used, let me show you on my sample here, the bronze I used on the stem and these little leaves at the bottom, and then I used the light mossy meadow on the other leaves. And that is how you can quickly make that. Okay, so then you want to stamp out, look at how beautiful this is. The large Magnolia, and this I also stamped with Memento ink, let it dry, and I used the same two colors, but I also added the new So Saffron for the middle of the flower. And then this is the Granny Apple Green. You'll see that the leaves have a two-tone to them. So I colored the entire leaf with the Granny Apple Green, and then I just outlined with the darker light mossy meadow. And that is what you do. Then you just adhere that on top. And then I also used the white craft ink. And I couldn't find my mossy meadow cardstock, so I just used some old olive and stamped the hello on there and punched it out and added a little piece of linen thread. And that's all you do to replicate that beautiful card from the catalog. So I will have all the supplies and this card listed at stampinwithcharlene.com.